Doom, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You all right, Joey? Come on, man. My dog down there kind of coughing, man. What's up, man? But y'all know what's up to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. Y'all know what's up, man. We here, we're breaking down the NBA games, trying to find some cash, trying to find some wins, as always with co-host with my guy, the Shark, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Shark in Sports. My guy, what's up, the Shark? Everything good with you, brother? I must say, I fucking love the hat.
Yeah, I know. I bought this hat mid-season with some circulating rumors suggesting there could be a buy hat in the playoffs. And of course, I brought this throwback shirt to my New York City nightclub days. Shout out to 2008, a great campaign it was. But we do find ourselves here on May 25th, 2021, centered, focused, and ready to dominate. Jay Money is Money, Shark in Sports, NBA Talk with Jay and the Shark. Where do you want to begin? My good friend, brother, legend, and NBA assassin. Let's go.
Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, it's playoff time, man. It's time to get to these spots. It's time to get to you know what we're doing, man. The thing about basketball is all these guys are professionals. All these guys are pretty much even keel, like they're good at basketball, right? So what do? We try to find the motivational spots. We find out the spots where teams will not be able to match the energy of the other team. You see what I'm saying? That's where you have these blowout spots. We take it off first game of the day. Not the first game of the day. It's actually the last game of the day, but the one that I like the most. We like to get right down to business, my guys. Mavs versus Clippers. I absolutely love my Mavs squad. Damn good game one. I absolutely loved it. My team is not necessarily good coming off of great performances like that. They did what they need to steal a game over there in LA. They pretty much, the job is done. I could see the Clippers coming out here with a lot more energy in this game. I bet this one a couple of days ago. I've been waiting on this game. They've had a couple of days off to work on it. You have to stop Luka. These guys have 4 or 5 guys they could throw at Luka, make the rest of the team beat you. Clippers trifecta spot for me. I think they start off this one early and often, my guy. Clippers first quarter -3, Clippers first half -4.5 / -5, which is very telling. The fact that it's so rarely graded. 4.5, 5 first half on a -6, -7 full game line. They're telling you a numerical story here. Clippers likely come out here and smack the shit out of my squad. Tie the series up 1-1. It's a Clippers type show. Maybe a little lineup. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Shark? What you liking?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think we saw it starting last night. The first sequence of game two's immediate environmental shifts. Milwaukee came out flat in game one last night. They did not come out flat, to my chagrin. 46-20 in the first quarter. And, of course, the nightcap as well. Denver, off a lackluster performance, won all 4 quarters convincingly. I think you're going to see a continued environment here tonight. Of course, the Clippers did completely lay down. They did lose all 4 quarters to the Mavericks. And I had said that on the record. I didn't make it official, but I did play it myself. Dallas first half in the previous game. When these teams had the long layoffs and the top seeds, it's just a feel-out game in game one. Now it's business. And I think you're looking at what you said is the numerical scaling of the game by Vegas. They're not just saying to the Joe Public factions, here you go. You get 3 points in the first quarter of space and value. They're actually telling you the polar opposite story. They're telling you this is going to be a blowout, bloodbath first quarter spot. And the only other revenge game this year we got from the Clippers, they got blown out 147-83 or something ridiculous in a revenge spot for the Mavericks in Staples. We said this before. Then they went into Dallas in the only revenge game we have this year and did come out with a great first quarter, 31-23, did melt slightly in the second quarter and then won both the third and the fourth. I think the trifecta spot is live, ready, and top graded.
Exactly. Yeah, guys, like I say, in my Instagram, people know I went live on Instagram. I told you guys that I was going to be on Clippers today. Like I already bet this a few days ago. I did bet the full game at -6. It's up to 7 now. I still like it. I do see a double-digit win from the Clippers here. I mean, when a guy has a team, so you never want to bet with your heart. You do want to pay attention when guys have a team or like a homer type team. You pay attention to when those guys buy on their teams, and you pay attention even more when they're fading their squad. I mean, it's exactly what I'm doing today. I know how my Mavs function. I can literally see them not necessarily laying down, but I just see the Clippers coming out here with vastly more energy than the Mavs. And And I think it really translates to a double-digit win. The way that the Clippers play, they are one of the better defensive teams in this league. Didn't necessarily show it in game one. I have a theory, Shark, where these LA teams don't really seem to play well on the weekends. It's really been showing. You see the Lakers and the Clippers both lose this weekend. This is the weekdays now, so it seems like they kind of turn up in the weekdays. Like I say, it's Tuesday. I've been waiting for this day. I thought the game was going to be yesterday. A couple of days for the Clippers to work on everything defensively, watch film. They know that they have to stop Luka. Didn't necessarily do a good job. Kawhi or PG really didn't take up the task. And it's exactly what it was, Shark. It's like I said, the Lakers, the first game versus Suns. It was just a filling out process. Even though they know the Mavs, it's like, all right, we're going to take your best punch. We're going to let you throw all your cards on the table. Then we're going to come in and try to methodically, beat you full game in this series. It's a 7-game series, guys. So I think the Clippers, they know that this is almost an absolute must-win spot. They have to come out with intensity, sense of urgency, motivation, exactly like yesterday, guys. Like the Clippers here, trifecta spot, my guy.
One further point. When you've seen Dallas all year, Dallas really has an on and an off switch. They can annihilate anybody on any given day, and then they can just completely get blown out. And the same thing with the Clippers, totally on and off. And one slightly outside of the box comment, the Golden State game against the Lakers, when Golden State came out super hot in the first half, Steve Kerr was on record on ESPN in a quote, and he said in the locker room, I'm telling the guys they're going to make a run. Like, these coaches know. Like, Dallas in the locker room knows the Clippers are going to come out hot. And as a secondary point, I think a lot of these coaches, unfortunately, don't prepare their group for it very well. Telling your group they're going to come out and smoke us is not a great strategy. Like, you have to be like, guys, they're going to bring energy. Let's match the energy.
Exactly.
Right? But I think this is where you see ebbs and flows in NBA basketball. The players just know it's coming, and they don't react well. They just lay down. And I think Dallas knows it's coming tonight hard.
Exactly. So first quarter official for me, -3. I'll be honest with you guys. I do think the first quarter and first halves are the juice spots. These are the turning points, in my opinion. When you come out with that Smack City type of mentality, that's when you see that first quarter smack spot, and it translates to the first half, and then hopefully it translates into the full game. I really do think so. But obviously, the spots that I'm going with, first quarter, first half, then full game. But the first ones are the earlier spots in the game because they know they have to have a really good start. You can't have a bad start versus the Mavs here and try to figure it out in game. You've been working on this shit for 2 days. First quarter, -3. First half, I'm seeing some places was at 4.5 first. I had to bet -5 first half, my guy. So just being honest with you, -5, and I am of -6 for full game. So even with that -6 was full game, it was -5 for I think it's the smack spot, my guys. It's the play, man. It's the Clippers. A little lineup might go get a little fade, just to, what I'm saying, a little touch up. My taper is kind of growing back, my guys. But let's go to a different game here. I want to go to this Celtics versus Nets, man, because I think this is an intriguing game. For the simple fact that the Celtics started off so hot last game and then still ended up not covering game. At one point, they got down by like 16 in the fourth quarter of that one. So now we have the Nets here in the second game laying 9 points. It was at 9.5 down to 9 here. What do you think, Shar? You think the Celtics can keep it close once again? This time maybe full game, or do the Nets come out here and smack them up from the beginning this time, my guy?
Yeah, I think it's the continued narrative that we just discussed 3 or 4 minutes ago, this environmental shift, game 1 versus 2. And I think it's going to be not only an ATS shift in terms of the game flow, but I think it's going to be a pace shift. I think you're going to see a lot faster pace here tonight and a better shooting efficiency. If you do look at what Brooklyn did in the regular season against Boston, they did go 2-1 against the spread or 3-0. The third one, they won 109-104. It was either 5.5, 4, 4.5, depending on when you got that game. They're highly efficient ATS against against the Celtics. They just own them. There's no way around it. And Brooklyn played a really poor game in the first game, very similar to what Milwaukee did in game 1 against Miami. And then you saw what Milwaukee did last night in game 2 against Miami. And I think that's a reasonable corollary to what you're going to see tonight. I think Brooklyn's going to come out with an efficient pace, a focused effort, a good defensive effort, and a great shooting percentage. I think the over is top graded. And I also think Brooklyn first half could be a real blowout spot after they came out so flat in game 1.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a tough time with this game because there's two ways. There's definitely two ways of looking at it. Obviously, the Nets, they did come out lackluster. I mean, they hadn't played for a while. We know that the Celtics had to play, the game to get here. So in theory, they had like not as much of a rust factor. So you could have called it literally a rust factor for the Nets, not seeing the way that they started their game. I have a hard It's crazy because I feel like I'm probably the only person with this, but I do feel like the Celtics plus the 9 is the right side here full game, especially the way that they just imploded on themselves the last game. Because they really, you look at it, the Celtics really had a good game plan. They played a good game. The Kemba Walker didn't have smart. Tatum looks to keep it going. When Tatum's going and hitting his shots, and we saw the Nets over there, not necessarily that intense defense. It's all about them. It's about them scoring more points, but hit a barrage of threes. That's what it is about with the Nets. So, like I say, when it comes to playoff time, the Celtics, they're a sneaky type of team where they play defense, and if they're hitting some shots, I do think they can stick it in. Like I say, I don't have the balls to take the Celtics here. I think the Nets are, you know what I'm saying, above and beyond the Celtics right now. But like I say, them laying 9 here, in my opinion, I don't think there is a single game. I know everybody loves the Nets, my guys, but I don't think there is a game in this series where I'll lay points with the Nets. Maybe it may be on down the line, but in this second game, it's crazy because this morning I'm sitting there really thinking, I'm like, I might hop on the Celtics just because nobody likes it. It was at 9.5. It got hit back down to 9, guys. I'll be honest. I really do think the Celtics today a sharp take full game. They'll likely lose, but I can see a close game, my guys. Like I said, they really were supposed to cover last game, just barely not. So call me crazy, guys, but I really, and like I said, I don't want to talk anybody off their plays either because I don't have money on this game. I don't have a single red cent on it. It's just the way I'm looking at the game. I said it in game 1 as well, and it didn't cash. So Celtics played a really representative first half, though, and it really showed me that maybe these guys can hang with the Nets, my guys. So that fourth quarter, obviously, it got way. I think maybe they try to put together a full game effort here. And what we see, Sharks, sometimes when they came out real hot first quarter, first half, maybe they taper off and then make a late run in the fourth quarter. I could see it, my guys. The only thing I'm saying. Any closing thoughts on this one?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a flip. I think Brooklyn comes out here a lot more focused. And we say it's psychological. Yeah, these guys are human beings. They say, guys, we came out like trash last game. We don't want to do that again. We'd much rather bring our A game and then be able to rest before we go on the road. And, of course, it is a playoff game, so rest is maybe a little bit overstated, but not have to really turn it back up in the fourth quarter again. Again, nothing official on this for me. I just thought the hat was pretty damn good looking. So for those of you on the Nets, congratulations. The Shark is in your camp. But I do think the over will be a nice look as well.
Exactly. My guy says can't lay 9 with a team that don't D up. Who else saying Nets don't full effort, don't need full effort to beat sees everybody's Nets blowout win, my guy. I say if Brown was in, I could see it, my guys. I could see it. But yeah, if we see how they play. Let me see. Hold on. Abel Nets money line, I agree. Stop. Hey,
is that it, bro? Jay, is that a Vegas Dave Whale Max Bomb sanctioned 100-unit banger? I think is that?
Hey, hold on. I gotta see what the money line is, bro. Real quick, man. Good God. Minus 500.
There you go.
The cheapest one you can get is minus 419.
$50K to win 10, baby. Man. Let's go.
And then they lose the game outright, man. And then oh my God. No, there's no way in hell. You don't even put that in a parlay, my guys. Don't parlay. Don't take any high money lines. If you want to do that, just don't bet. I say just don't bet, man. Let's get to the next day. I think Celtics plus the 9, plus the 9.5 is a sharp take, my guys. It's just a lean for me. Take it for what it's worth, my guys. Next game up, we do have the Lakers for Vegas Dave. That shit was funny, man. We have the Lakers laying 2. You talk about line functionality. You talk about a numerical story. Mm-hmm. Why the hell are the Lakers laying 2? Line open up at 1.5 up to 2 when this game 1 was minus 1.5 for the Suns. What the hell is going on here, Short?
This is the best line move on the entire card here. I mean, they're telling you a great story. The only mild apprehension I have here is that, again, this is only the second game of the playoffs. And I'm just not sure if these lines are really making a difference. You saw it with Miami last night. It moved towards Miami. They got blown out by 34 points. Although somebody sent me a link about shot quality algorithm or some sort of like Pythagorean adjustment. Based on the shot selection and the expected efficiency based on the quality of shot in that game, the expected outcome was 110-106 Milwaukee. And again, that's somebody's, but it was a pretty official. And I looked at it. I thought it was, it was based on basically field goal percentage and expectancy. So maybe the line was sharp. And in that case, Miami would have been the side. And in that case, here, the Lakers would be the side. This is the best line on the whole board. The only apprehension, again, I have is the Suns are great at home against the West. And I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're expecting this. Chris Paul is not going to be the same. We know that his shoulder. I don't know if it was separated or not. I've had a separated shoulder. You're not going to be good in 2 days to play a basketball game. I mean, was it his left shoulder or right shoulder? If I'm not, which one was it? Was it his shooting shoulder, Short?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's all about was it separated or not, to be honest with you. I know it was shoulder for sure. I mean, LeBron, I think I got poked in the eye. My shoulder hurt or something, man. This guy was laying on the floor for 80 seconds, man. But this is such a tough game, my guys. The Suns can hang with the Lakers. Like, I do think you'll see a lot better effort from the Lakers, from LeBron and Anthony Davis specifically. We saw in game one where they pretty much laid down. They didn't come to play, simply put. I don't know if there was a talk behind doors, but LeBron and Anthony Davis did not come to play basketball in game one. I cashed off of it. Something matters, but I'm just telling you, I know basketball. I know these guys. They were not going 100% at all. Maybe at the beginning, LeBron hit a few threes. You're like, oh, we're supposed to lose this. We got to taper down, stop hitting. So the AD, that's not Anthony Davis that you saw in game one. Tonight, I think you might see Anthony Davis, and that'll be scary for Aiden, to be honest with you, because with Davis being himself plus Drummond, and then maybe you throw Harold or Gasol in there, it's gonna be tough for them guys. The Suns don't really have a lot of bigs, my guys, so it's tough to say. But I think I would be on the Lakers here, for the simple fact, and the Chris Paul's injury as this series goes on, it's not good for them. He's already 36 years old. I'm not even 30 yet. I get injured, it's taking longer for me to heal. Now he got 6-7 years on me, my guys, and a lot of miles. So I don't think Chris Paul will be the same. He'll probably look at maybe Chris Paul assists. The points may not be there. He may not even be aggressive. My guy knows the guy. What's up, my guy? Yeah, but Lakers, it's going to be a tough one, bro, because I could see Suns going up 0-2, and I could also see Lakers come and steal one. But like you say, the line functionality, the fact that this opened at Lakers -1.5, I think the books are telling you that like Lakers really come to play, will play like they care. 400 people live watching, my guys. Hit the like button and subscribe, whatever side you want. We're just here to try to break down these games, try to help you guys get on the right side, or let you into our mental, let you know how we're thinking, my guy. But yeah, I guess if I had to take it, I'd be on Lakers, bro. What you think?
I agree. You guys, we've listened to ourselves talk, and they've listened to us, and we appreciate the hell out of you guys for listening and tuning in for 4.5 months now. The line speaks, and Vegas is telling you a story here. You don't get a -3 Phoenix and a 9-point win and a trifecta win and then a revenge game in the same stadium. This is not a stadium shift. This is still on the road. And it comes in here at -1.5 Lakers. It's all over the Lakers here. The Lakers should win this game.
Exactly. So what are they saying? So he says, yo, Jay, Scott Foster is reffing the Clippers game. I think that helps. I bet, in all honesty, I think that helps. I think he maybe a couple quick fouls on Luka. Hey, a couple quick fouls on Luka, my guy. Maybe so. I think the Clippers are the sharpest take. Let me see, just to make sure. Yep, Scott Foster. Yep, Scott Foster, Bill Kennedy, and Curtis Blair. I don't read too much in it. I think Foster, if anything, he's in there. He's in there to even up the series and make sure they don't go down too. In all honesty, I think the Clippers, and I think just a quick note. Obviously, I think the Clippers is a better team this year. They got in my eyes, a little bit better coach. They have a better defense. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, they lost Lou Williams." They got playoff Rondo over there. And I think we see Rondo actually make a difference in this type of game. I think you see the defensive specialists like Ibaka tonight come out. So I know Scott Foster's reffing the game, but regardless, I like the Clippers here. I think he's probably in there to even it up. The NBA will likely want this series to go to Game 7. Like, in all honesty, just at some point you have to think what's in the best interest for the NBA in this type of series. Is going 7. Suns, Lakers, it's going 7, man. Even if the refs have to step in. But yeah, now Clippers for me, trifecta spot. First quarter, first half, a lot better juice spots in my opinion. Full game, I still think they win by double digits, and I'm on full game as well, so I need it. But yeah, Clippers trifecta, my guy. Sharp, break them off with your officials before we get out of here.
You said it. I should repeat it. I'm on the trifecta as well. -3, -5, -6.5. I put it in about 12 hours ago myself. And, obviously going back 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, these are the absolute ringer spots, and they exist better in the postseason. We've seen it all year in the regular season. A team will come out in the first quarter blow them out, and all of a sudden their second unit tanks the second quarter by 15 points. That doesn't happen in the playoffs. We've seen it last night. We've seen it the previous game with Dallas doing the opposite. I think the Clippers come out here first quarter, first half, and game. And I have a mild lean to a paced Brooklyn game with leaning towards Brooklyn in the first half as well.
Exactly. Everybody in the chat saying Clippers trash. They can't trust them. Ty Lue's trash coach. Mavs all in. Like to hear it, my guy. I like to hear it. Let's cash, man. I really like this spot. I'm with my guy here. These are the spots that we take. My Mavs they're our pushovers. They play really good defense, but just know that I really think they'll have the mindset to where they know that they want to get one in LA. It's kind of like your job is done, to be honest with you. So they got one. I can see a bit of complacency from my team, one of the most complacent teams in the league. Once they get a win, the Clippers, one of the better teams coming off a loss, especially loss at the house when you're the favorite. You're down on one. These are the spots that you look for in the playoffs, my guys. Nothing's guaranteed. We're only going one unit. We're not telling anybody max out anything, my guys, but we're telling you that we like the spots. That's why we're coming on here telling you about it. Clippers for me, -3 first quarter, -5 first half, -6 full game. I still like the -7 full game. If the Clippers come in here and handle business, it shouldn't be close. To be simply put, should be a double-digit win. I could see a 20-point win by the Clippers, smack city. My Mavs likely rest some guys in the fourth quarter. Get ready, gear up for game 3 at the house. A juice spot for the Mavs. But in this particular game, Clippers early and often, my guys. I really like it. Let's cash it. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yeah, no, Paul George, I think you'll see a different Paul. Just like, it's crazy. Just listen right there. Anthony Davis and LeBron, they kind of threw game 1. Maybe Kawhi and PG. I watched Paul George. That's not Paul George. He was not trying. He was not trying in game 1. I have these theories in my head. I think we see different teams today, and it's so crazy that after game 1, everybody seems to know everything. Shark, you had something?
At one point, people have to consider, guys will save themselves. They know they have to play 2 more months to get to game 7 of the finals. It's really a full second season. And you see them coast, and people are like, oh, they're unprofessional. I'll be the first to say, in the regular season particularly, I think it's unprofessional because you're letting down the fans. But in a playoff series where you play a team 7 straight games, this is a professional unit in the playoffs. You're not going to be able to blow them out 7 straight games. So if we're going to not have a full energy tonight, let's just coast it and not, put up 75% and then be flatter the next game. So the coast factor in some games does exist, but it's because they're actually planning to juice it up for 4 specific games, not 7.
Exactly. I love it, man. I love when me and my guy here come and we, connect on something. But yeah, they exactly right. We didn't even talk about these plays before the show either, my guy. We like it. My guy had the hat on. I could tell you 2 days ago I was gonna be on this shit right here. So when the favorite lose game 1 and they're at the house, you gotta ride with it. You see what happened with the Nuggets. I see the exact same type of game tonight, my guys. They started off 17-7, never really looked back. Let's cash today. 400 plus live watching. Please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Share, my guys. Share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, Twitch, whatever, my guys. Please share if you guys like the content. Hit the like button and share. It goes a long way. Tells us that you love us and you love the content, man. We love you guys. That's my guy Shark. Go and follow him on Twitter at Shark and Sports. Go and follow me as well at JMoneyIsMoney. Let's cash today, my guys. Peace and happiness above all. We're gone.